with another live Q&A, man. A lot to get into, yo. Obviously, man. First off, man, LSU baseball takes one on the chin this weekend in Knoxville, yo. Just got beat down, yo. Like Saturday was pretty competitive. Looked like they really had a chance to get it done, but they beat us in the tight one Saturday night, and then yesterday it just got out of hand. Like, I mean, it just completely got out of hand for LSU. Last game for Paul Maneri. Really a lot of good memories, man. Some not so great, but um, he did his thing, yo. We're gonna miss him. I wish him well. Really did his thing, represented the university well and everything. NBA playoffs, yo. Wow, man. This has to be the most wide open NBA playoffs, man, that we've ever seen. It has to be complete. Now you have Kyrie and James Harden are both gonna miss game five. Which I'm looking now, they're announcing the all NBA defensive first team. You got Rudy Gobert, Ben Simmons, Draymond Green, Drew Holiday, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. You got Milwaukee with two first team all defenders and PJ Tucker all in. They're gonna just triple and quadruple team Durant. I mean, I think it's over for Brooklyn, yo. Like it's crazy, but I just think it's over for them, yo. And you got three other good series. You got two other good series, man. 76ers and Hawks. Then you got Clippers and Jazz. This thing is wide open, yo. Somebody is meant to get them one, yo. Will it be the 76ers and Embiid and Simmons? Will it be I think they're gonna beat Atlanta, so I won't even mention Atlanta, with all due respect. Will Giannis finally get over the hump and get them one? Will Chris Paul finally get him one? Will the Utah Jazz organization finally get him one? Will the Clippers finally get him one? Like, what's gonna happen here, yo? This is crazy, man. This is absolutely crazy. This NBA playoffs is wide open. And of course, we got other things going on, man. Mini camps going on right now in the NFL. Major League Baseball regular season doing their thing. Just a lot for us to discuss tonight. Glad that you all could be here with your boy again on another episode of Live Q&A, yo. So let's see what we got tonight. What's up, Crimson Brave? Appreciate you tuning in. So ready for college football. Hey, me and you both. Me and you both, yo. I'm ready myself, yo. What's up, my brother Patrell Benjamin? What's up, bro? We in the building, fool. That's what's up, man. Hey, bro, appreciate you tuning into the live with your boy, yo. What's up, Sebastian Gonzalez? Appreciate you tuning in. Sup, dude, got that LSU track and field team went off. So underrated. They're really good. Yes, glad you mentioned that, yo. I didn't get to watch it live, but shout out to LSU track and field getting it done, yo. I'm glad, man, to see LSU winning anything. So shout out to LSU for that, yo. Appreciate you bringing that up. There was rumors TJ Finley was gonna go to Bama. And personally, I didn't want him. I really like the QB room we got, plus a 5-star in the 2022 class, and I didn't want that messed with. Plus, it just wouldn't make sense for Finley himself. Nah, I mean, I'm curious to see what happened with him at Auburn, because Bo Nix is over there. I know it's a new coaching staff, and I know TJ Finley is obviously a much better passer of the football than Bo Nix is. But that's gonna be an interesting, quarterback battle too, because listening to him, he sounded like he went over there to be the guy. Garrett Nussmeier isn't really good QB that can start in the future for the LSU Tigers. Yeah, but I'm gonna say this, man. LSU got some QBs coming in, yo. We know about Walker Howard is pretty doggone good. Coming into the class after this year from STM. Then of course we got the Arch Manning watch. Like, what's gonna happen with him? Will we get Arch Manning? Will he go to, I don't know, Ole Miss, Texas, or Ohio State, whoever's in the mix? But it's funny because now he was at a camp at Clemson over the weekend. What's funny is now they're saying that he's the he's the biggest high school recruit people are saying since LeBron James. So that's pretty interesting. So we're gonna see, man. But I liked him. He got a little swagger with him, got a nice arm. But we gonna see. The more the merrier, yo. Just let the best guy go out there and play and get it done. It's a far cry from how this QB room used to be, at LSU. What's up, Title Man 24? Appreciate you tuning in, bro. What's up, bro? Hope you're doing good. Get to see my niece tomorrow. Hey, congratulations on your new little niece, man. Appreciate the picture, man. She's beautiful. It brought back memories when I seen my little girls, firstborn, yo. They let me tell you, they grow quick. they grow fast, yo. So enjoy it, man. That's a beautiful thing. Congrats to y'all with that, yo. Let's see. Still got a baby face though. Yeah. Still do. What's up, James Bush? Oh, my bad. My apologize if I saying it wrong. Appreciate you tuning in. The NBA playoffs is getting interesting. Yeah, I mean, this has to be like I cannot remember the last time the playoffs was this wide open. Every year you have your favorites. This year it was Brooklyn. And then of course, even though it was Brooklyn, you still had the Lakers. People felt like coming into the year, Brooklyn and the Lakers would have been the NBA Finals. But man, Brooklyn in trouble. Like Kyrie and James Harden already both been ruled out for Game 5. They're in trouble, man. Milwaukee got all the momentum. Milwaukee know that Durant is not going to beat them by himself. That's just not going to happen. Wow, it's wide open. I mean, on both sides. Like, it's wide open in the East and in the West. The West, obviously, is it Chris Paul time to finally get them one? Will the Jazz franchise, finally get them one? Will the Clippers finally shake that bad stigma and finally not only get to a Western Conference, but actually hold up the Lombardi? Go back-to-back LA, Lakers, then Clippers? Will the 76ers, Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons get them one? Will Giannis finally get them one? Will Durant do the unthinkable and carry this team until Harden or Kyrie come back and then solidify his legacy, for people? So, yeah, it's extremely, extremely interesting, yo. What's up, Chance Foster? Appreciate you tuning in. Eagles could beat the Falcons because Falcons always choke and Eagles always make comebacks. I mean, honestly, I just think the Eagles are gonna be a better team. With them not having Julio Jones, with them not really having a running back that I really know about like that. The Eagles O-line coming back, the Eagles D-line obviously gonna be strong. It's the debut of Devontae Smith. I feel like the Eagles should win because the Eagles to me, I think the Eagles are a better team. Now, I get it, it's on the road and stuff like that. And on the road, things could always get a little sticky. But I think they'll win just because simply they're the better team. 100% Warriors team with Clay and draft a good prospect can win the NBA championship. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's like they got Wiseman already. They're in the lottery again, though they're gonna be later in the lottery. But Steph showed this year that he capable of carrying the load, at least from a production standpoint. Like you said, they get Clay back, Draymond out there playing defense. Get another small forward. I'm not a big I'm not a big Andrew Wiggins fan. Get somebody else, then yeah, they definitely can be back, in the mix doing their thing next season. I just hope Bryce Young's size doesn't bite him. He's like 5'10 or 5'11 and weighs like 190, I believe. Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to put some pounds on in this SEC, yo. Because, like, Miles Brennan had to do it. And then he did it, and then he get banged up again. So to play the quarterback position in the SEC, you either got to be super elusive or you got to pack them pounds with you, yo. What's up, my brother? Gate City Blue Devil. Appreciate you tuning in, bro. What's up, Mr. Dugai? What's going on, yo? Hey, I tip my hat to your volunteers, yo, man. Y'all smacked us around this weekend, yo. Shout out to Tennessee. Congratulations to Tennessee making it to Omaha, making it to the College World Series. They absolutely smacked LSU all over the place, man. I mean, Saturday LSU had their chance. I'm still a little agitated that Maneri pulled Mikael Hilliard when he did. Especially he had it going so well. But I mean, you come back Sunday, we supposed to have our ace on the hill, and I mean LSU just gets smacked around. So shout out to Tennessee. Congratulations to you, bro, and your volunteers on basically taking it to us, yo. Imagine the Suns win it all, but I think the 76ers. Honestly, yo, right now, if I had to place a bet right now, I know they down 2-1 in this series. I think I take the Clippers. I think this the time that the Clippers finally overcome that stigma of being the Clippers or the Dippers or whatever Laker fans or whatever call them. I mean, that's a deep team, and you got Kawhi, you got Paul George, and I know that especially Paul George be coming up short in the playoffs. But it's like, bro, if you're not gonna do it now, when you gonna do it? Like, if you ain't gonna do it now, when you gonna do it? So I think if I had to bet right now, I got the Clippers. Obviously I had Brooklyn. I would have had Brooklyn, but with the injuries, I'm gonna say the Clippers. I think the Clippers gonna come back and win this series against the Jazz. I think they beat the Suns, and I think they'll end up beating whoever come out of the East, unless Durant can miraculously win Game 5 and hold on until those guys at least one of those guys get back and they win this. Unless it's Brooklyn in the finals, I think the Clippers right now, as we speak, I think the Clippers are going to win the NBA the finals this year. Let's see who you got winning tonight. I'm gonna go 76ers and Clippers. I think the 76ers take a 3-1 commanding lead, against the Hawks. Though the Hawks got a shot tonight with Danny Green being out and stuff like that, but they don't have an answer for Embiid. Embiid is just too big, too skilled, too physical for them. I think the 76ers take care of the Hawks tonight. And I think the Clippers. I think the Clippers are going to win tonight, tie the series up, and I think the Clippers going to win this series. So I got 76ers and Clippers tonight. What's up? I'm IJM Ruiz. Appreciate you tuning in, yo. Yo, Mr. Dugai, yo, Eagles are being slept on, trust me. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing for the Eagles is that number 2 cornerback position. That's the biggest question mark for the Eagles. Obviously, linebacker is a little bit of a question mark, but we play mostly nickel anyway. So I think Eric Wilson is a solid player. And Singleton did some good things last year, earned some playing time. So I think I like our safe, assuming everybody's healthy. Of course, everybody not gonna be healthy, but just looking at the team, if everybody's healthy. Obviously, I really like the offensive line. I really like Miles Sanders. I think the receivers, they're young, but I think they gonna flourish. They should have, better coaching this year, so they should do their thing. Dallas Goedert is very athletic at tight end. I like him. The D line, we always go with Howie Roseman. One thing I could give positive about Howie is that as long as he's there, we're going to always have a very productive defensive line. I think the linebackers will be around average or a little above average, which I think will be good enough. And the safeties with, Rodney McLeod and Anthony Harris, the 2 old Virginia Cavalier guys, I think that's a solid safety tandem. Darius Slay is one of the better corners in the game. The problem is the number 2 cornerback position. Who could go over there? Is it Mike? Look, Michael Jacquet has all the physical attributes to be amazing. 6'2", 6'10" wingspan, runs a 4.4. He got to put it together, yo. If he put it together, he got a shot to do things. Plus, we're going to be more of a zone. From what I understand, we're going to be more of a zone team than more of a man team in the secondary. So Yeah, the Eagles could have a really good if Jalen Hurts is a franchise quarterback, which he has a chance to be. He has a chance to show everybody and prove himself to everybody. If he goes out there and he proves that he's a franchise quarterback, and if you know Nick Sirianni proves, and the Nick Sirianni and the defensive coaching staff prove that they at least know what they're doing somewhat. Like we should be a lot better than people think. And then you look at it going into next year, we're gonna have salary cap space. The Carson Wentz contract will be off the books. We'll most likely have 3 first-round picks, which we don't have to use one on a quarterback, which would be awesome. You could go get a young corner like a Derek Stingley Jr., my guy from LSU. You could go get a younger safety because McLeod and those guys, and McLeod getting a little older and Harris on a 1-year deal. Could go get a young impact safety. You could get another offensive lineman, another tackle, in case Lane Johnson, you feel like Lane Johnson getting older, or if Mulata proves that he's not really ready to be the full-time left tackle, or you could get a linebacker. Like, it's so many ways that they could go if, everything goes well. So, yeah, Eagles definitely are definitely being slept on. Bama's defense will definitely be the biggest strength on the team. Yeah, I mean, I know they lost Moses. I know they lost Surtain, obviously. They lost a couple of linemen. But I mean, they always got, 4 and 5 star recruits out there. So, it's going to be interesting to see. LSU got a real chance, man. If we get LSU, it come down to that offensive line. The offensive line, with the addition of Brad Davis, plays much better than it did last season because you have the experience there. You opening up holes for these running backs, and the defense I think is definitely gonna be better. I mean, it can't get more worse than it was last year. So we're gonna see. It's gonna be interesting to see. That UCLA game to me gonna be a real, measuring stick for LSU simply because it's a road game on the West Coast. It's a tricky game, so I'm looking forward to that. Respect, bro. Hey, it's all good, yo. It's all good. Shout out, like I said, shout out to y'all, man. Y'all did that. I think Chris Hilton and Brian Thomas will be a great duo at LSU. Yeah, both tall, athletic wide receivers that can run. LSU is loaded at the wide receiver position, man. Like it's not. It's almost like, especially the freshmen coming in. LSU is loaded at wide receiver. It's almost like It's not even fair. They have so much young, talented wide receivers, yo. So I'm looking forward. Kayshon Boutte to me is all SEC. He's that gifted. He's that skilled. So he's ready for a breakout type of season where next year he's going to be rocking that number 7 jersey. So looking forward to it, yo. Definitely looking forward to it. All these guys coming in at LSU. I feel like gonna have chances to make impact. But I am ready to see these freshmen, get on campus for fall practices and all that to see how they look out there with this team. What's up, Aiden Malik? Appreciate you tuning in. I'm a Giants fan, ready to play your Eagles. Hey, bring it on. Bring it on, yo. I'm looking forward to it. NFL know what they're doing. They know we got a little bit of bad blood right now. So what they do is, nah, y'all ain't gonna play till like week 12. Like y'all ain't gonna play till week 12. We're gonna let that that animosity and all that soak in for we're gonna let that all soak in for both those teams, so all that could build up to when they catch each other week 12, especially if both teams are still in contention, for the division. Then it's gonna just make that game just even more and more intense. I'm looking forward to it myself. What's your thoughts in the LSU baseball coach retiring? It was time, for Paul Maneri. A lot of people, funny, if he didn't retire, a lot of people would have wanted him fired, to be honest with you. So I felt like it was time. He did his things, man. Obviously, he wasn't perfect. No coach is. He wasn't Skip Bertman, but he was pretty doggone good. won a national championship, played for another one, multiple trips, obviously, to Omaha. I think he did his thing, man. I think he had a successful, coaching career at LSU. Now as far as his replacement, it's interesting. Now they're saying, I don't think me personally LSU could get him, but at the same time, I didn't think Scott Woodward would get Kim Mulkey from Baylor to come to LSU neither. Now the word is they're trying to go get Tim Corbin from Vanderbilt, who is a multiple time national championship coach, which I would be stunned. Which his team is going to Omaha, got as good of a chance as anybody to win it all. I would be stunned, and it's gonna be a good matchup too when you think about that Vanderbilt pitching against that Arizona hitting. That's gonna be a real good offense versus defense matchup. But I'm curious to see who the next coach gonna be. I don't know. If they get Tim Corbin, I mean that's awesome. But we'll see. But Maneri, good career, did his thing. So I wish him well, in all his endeavors. We call them the Flippers. Well, there you go. There you go. I know Laker fans be having names for the Clippers, yo. So I feel like that's their time. If they're gonna ever do anything, I think this is the year that they actually get it done, yo. Bryce is definitely elusive. Also, probably has one of the biggest upside in any Bama QB ever. Reminds me of Kyler Murray. Strong elite arm, elite accuracy, short, elusive, and very fast. How this tongue twisted there. I apologize. How his size plays into part. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I obviously I haven't seen him in like important game action. I've seen highlights of him in garbage time moments, and I've seen a few clips here or there of Alabama's spring game. So, I mean, honestly, as LSU fan, I don't know what to expect. I guess whenever who Alabama opened up with Miami, I want to say. So whenever I see them against Miami, then I'll have a better idea of what type of, play he's gonna be. But right now, I mean, I ain't really seen him like that. So we're gonna see. I know from what I understand, he's extremely talented, and I know a lot of Alabama fans are extremely excited to have him finally get his chance, to be the quarterback of that team. Clippers keep falling behind. They're not gonna be able to keep playing catch up. Yeah, they do. They're one of those teams that they be underachieving, but somehow find their way out of it. They shouldn't have took 7 games to beat the Mavericks, yo. The Mavericks literally only had Luka Doncic on that team, and it took them all 7 games to finally knock them off. Same thing here, yo, with Utah. Is missing Utah is missing Mike Conley, and Donovan Mitchell is not even 100%. So we're gonna see, yo. We're gonna definitely see what happens, when it come to that. But I think like if they gonna do it, if the Clippers gonna do it, this is their time to do it. If they don't do it this year, I don't know if they ever will, yo. Stephon Gilmore to the Eagles could be very possible, but Jalen Ramsey wants to recruit Gilmore to the Rams to boost the secondary. I did a little video on that earlier when I don't think the Eagles got the financial stability for him. He wants a new contract. Like it's one thing if he was just disgruntled being in New England and he just wanted to leave New England. That's one thing. But he wants more money. Like he wants to get paid. His contract, his annual contract is outside of the top 10 cornerbacks in the NFL, which when you really think about it is ridiculous. I mean, not only was he the best cornerback in the NFL, basically a year and a half ago, he was the NFL Defensive Player of the Year as a cornerback. Like, that just goes to show you the type of impact that he has, on a defensive, in the secondary. So, he just want to get paid which honestly he should be getting paid. So I don't think the Eagles, with the situation we in, trying to get younger and trying to, getting younger, but still have a few veterans here and there, but mostly veterans that been with us, not really no new veterans like that. Except for what Ryan Kerrigan really, and I mean Anthony Harris to me is still a young guy, so I won't even really call him a veteran. Besides that, I don't think we're gonna go out there and make no trades for no guy that's 30 plus years old right now in our situation. Maybe next year or year after, whatever, whenever, if ever we're seriously, if ever we're seriously contending, then you could probably see us do that. But right now, I don't think you could really, count on us doing that right now. And he would be nice with the Rams, by the way, too, with Jalen Ramsey on one side. That would be a heck of a cornerback duo there. I hate the Eagles. They should be better team. Hey, I don't like the Giants. So it should make it a lot of fun. We don't like each other, so that's what makes it real, real fun. What's up, Samuel Pate? Appreciate you tuning in. Let's go LSU with the LOL and me. Well, no, that's Clemson. My bad. I thought that was a Tennessee little decal, little helmet, but that's actually Clemson. So I guess you trolling us with the laws. I mean, it's all right. It is what it is. I mean, they the number 3 team, in the country. They did their thing. I mean, shout out to them, man. LSU had plenty successful days. LSU, about to get a brand new coach. So we're gonna see we're gonna see what happens, yo. We're gonna definitely see what happens. So I'm looking forward to who LSU hire. And LSU, let me tell you this. When you think about Dylan Cruz and you think about Trey Morgan and Thompson, and a lot of these guys are young and they all LSU, a lot of these talented guys are coming back next year for LSU baseball. So the new coach is gonna have something really, really nice, to work with whenever he steps foot on campus. Go Giants. We win in the East. Of course y'all are because y'all apparently spent the most money. So my thing is y'all still got Daniel Jones at quarterback. Kenny Galladay is a nice player, but he's not a Pro Bowler. Adoree Jackson is a decent player, but he's still somebody that Tennessee basically was, shoved out the door. Barkley is nice, but at the same time, it's his first year back from a torn ACL, which, unless your name is Adrian Peterson, running backs are not quite the same the first year back from an ACL. Now, the following year is the year that, they really, really get back into that real solid rhythm. The offensive line is kind of shaky, so, I mean, we're gonna see. I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna see. It's not set in stone, like Giants fans really think it is. It's kind of similar, to the Eagles. Whenever the dream team, when we had Michael Vick already, we had Deshaun Jackson and Jeremy Maclin and Brett Selleck and LaShawn McCoy. We signed Ronnie Brown. We signed at the time the hottest cornerback on the market, the second best corner in all of football, Nnamdi Asomugha. We signed him to come alongside Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, and Asante Samuel. So, sometimes it don't work out when you throw a lot of money and stuff like that at a position. But we'll see. What's your thoughts? What's up, Ray Chronic? Appreciate you tuning in. What's your thoughts on Julio to the Titans? I think it's a good move for the Titans. I don't know if it quite makes them the favorites in the AFC. I still like Kansas City. Buffalo is good. Cleveland is talented. That division, I think, is out of Tennessee and the Colts. I think Houston gonna struggle mightily this year, especially if Deshaun Jackson doesn't. I mean, not Deshaun Jackson. If Deshaun Watson doesn't play, Jacksonville, I think, they're a couple of years away, but they're gonna have some excitement. They got a new quarterback, so it makes them better as far as whenever Ryan Tannehill does drop back to throw, they got another weapon out there. I'm curious to see how they use Julio in the red zone because the Falcons, for some reason, couldn't use this guy in the red zone, which was mind-boggling to me. But at the same time, we gonna see. We gonna see. I think it's a good move for the Titans. It makes them a better offensive football team. When you got him and AJ Brown along with Derrick Henry running out the backfield, it makes them a real threat. But they still got a couple of teams to try to overcome to really get to that place that they really want to be. Bama's defense only losses Moses, Surtain, and Barmore is the offense that lost a lot. Well, okay, there you go. Yeah, well that's good. What eight starters returning on defense, but yeah, offense. I mean, it's what Matt Devontae Smith, Najee Harris, Jalen Waddle, like that, Landon Dickerson, uh, what's his name, man, that went to the Raiders, yo. Alex Leatherwood. That's a lot. That is a lot on offense. So we're gonna see. It should be definitely be a real interesting, season. Excuse me, of college football. What's up, Malik Baker? Appreciate you tuning in, bro. What's up, Mr. Dugai? Fly Eagles fly. That's right. Fly Eagles fly, yo. Getting closer to this thing, yo. I'm ready for training camp to get rolling. Let's see. Le'Veon Bell said he rather retire than play for Andy Reid. What's your thoughts? I think Le'Veon Bell is washed up, yo. Like, to be honest with you, like, you don't want to play with the man for what? Like, he washed up, bro. Like, look, I was all for him getting money, but when you left Pittsburgh, your career practically was over. You go to a horrible organization at the time. I know they made a lot of wholesale changes and they trying to change the culture over there. And I like Robert Saleh a lot as a coach. I thought I wanted the Eagles to strongly consider him, you know. But at the time, under Adam Gase, you basically chased the money, yo. Like, that wasn't a good fit for you at all as a player. You went for all the money, and now you go to Kansas City. Okay, you sign with a team to try to win, and then your knee is banged up, and whenever you get the ball, you're not really that effective. Now, could they have used them differently? Maybe. But at the same time, for you to say you rather retire than to play for a coach that just had a team in the Super Bowl 2 years in a row, he ain't the problem. Like, he ain't the problem. You the problem. You're selfish and you think about yourself. Like, let's just keep it real. You think it's all about you. And it's not. They got Clyde Edwards-Helaire over there. They got Patrick Mahomes. They got Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill. It's a bunch of weapons over there. Like, I don't know what he talking. I'm assuming that he didn't feel like he didn't touch the ball enough or whatever the case may be. But you don't hear nothing about Andy Reid ridiculing players or being unfair or nothing like that. This man is a guy who coached in 3 Super Bowls, been to back-to-back Super Bowls, and you hollering you rather retire than to play for him. Well, guess what, Le'Veon Bell? Just retire. Retire and do us all a favor because you're washed up. And I apologize to anybody. I'm glad I didn't, but I apologize to anybody who had Le'Veon Bell the last not only 2, but 3 years in fantasy. The year he spent with the Jets when he wasn't nothing in fantasy. Last year when he clearly wasn't nothing. And his last year in Pittsburgh when he was a consensus #1 pick and he sat out the whole season. So, he ain't got no leg to stand on with Andy Reid in my opinion. Let's see. What's up, Miss 35? Appreciate you tuning in. Who you like coming out the East? Is Giannis a #1? I like Philly. That's a good question with all going on with Brooklyn right now. That's a real good question. I know in the West I like the Clippers. I know you didn't ask, but I know in the West I like the Clippers. But the East, Harden and Kyrie both out tomorrow. Like, I don't think Brooklyn. I think Milwaukee getting through it. Obviously, I think it's gonna be Milwaukee and Philly because I think Philly gonna go finish Atlanta in 5, and Milwaukee look like they gonna finish Brooklyn in 6, unless Durant is Superman and Kyrie and Harden come back game 6 and really do their thing and force a game 7 and win that way. So basically, what you asking me, who I think would win out of Philly and Milwaukee? Man, whew, that's a tough one because that's a real tough one. But you know what? If it's Philly and Milwaukee, I think I'm gonna go Philly. If it's Philly and Milwaukee, I'm gonna go 76ers. So yeah, I'm with you. I like the way it's going right now with Brooklyn. I like Philly myself. There's a lot of people picking UGA to win the SEC, and they very well could. I mean, they got the talent. They got the talent. They got a lot of they got pieces coming back. Where as far as a lot of other teams are losing a bunch of people, but especially Florida. Florida lost a lot, especially offensively. So yeah, I mean, I think they're gonna be in the SEC championship game, barring any other more crazy injuries. But I mean, they could do it. They could do it. We'll see. What's up, Jack Wilkinson? Appreciate you tuning in. Michael Jordan isn't good at basketball. Man, you just trying to start some mess in here, man. I ain't even gonna respond to that. What's up, Jalen Hurts? Wish you was the real one. But what's going on? Glad you could make it in. I'm gonna be the best QB next season. Hey, that's what. Hey, if whoever this is, that's what's up. I hope Jalen Hurts is, yo. That really would definitely make my day and make me feel a lot better about this team, you know, going forward. I really hope I'm rooting for her. Obviously, he's my quarterback, so of course I'm rooting for him. But I really want to see him do well, yo. Look, I admit when we drafted him, I was not fond of that. Not because I didn't like him personally. It's just we had a quarterback already, and you could have get so much other things with a second round pick, like another receiver, a corner, a safety, a linebacker. You could have went so many different ways in that spot, but it worked out for Hurts. He was patient. He waited his turn, and now he's the guy, yo. And let's see. And I hope it'll be an inspiration to all of us to see that, regardless of how things look, regardless of us, whatever situation we go into, it looks like it's full or you can't ever get breakthrough. You just put your head down and keep grinding, and then eventually your number is called. Your chance to, really make an impact on whatever you do is going to present itself, and you do your thing. Let's see. Yo, I don't watch much of college football, but I must say you making me an LSU fan for real, for real. Hey, that's what's up. Come on through then. Come on through. Love the content. Been with you for a minute. My bad, brother Chief. Hey, it's all good. Hey, appreciate it, yo. I thank you so much for supporting the channel and you and everybody in here, yo. Thank all of y'all so much for supporting the channel. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it, yo. What's up, Terrence Dumas? Appreciate you tuning in. What up, Tennessee will win the division. Oh yeah, I mean, it's out of them in Indianapolis. What Charles up there guaranteeing, yo? I got my volume down, so I don't know what he guaranteed, but clearly you got a band coming out there. Charles Buckland guaranteed something again, but I got the volume down, so I couldn't hear what it was. But okay, that's what's up. But yeah, I mean it's out of them and the Colts, but I could definitely see Tennessee winning the division. I mean they won it last year, so I could definitely see Tennessee, winning the division again this season. Biggest loss on offense is Smith and Waddle losing Najee Hurts, but as far as Mac, as great of a season he had, I don't think he's really the most gifted QB we've ever had. I agree with that. He was just, well, let me not say he was just, but I feel like a lot of his success was, a product of the system he was in and a product of the players that he had around him. I'm very interested to see how he do with the New England Patriots. Now, let me say this. I think for him, he ended up in the perfect spot because you got a coach in Josh McDaniels that was used to coaching a quarterback that wasn't so athletic, let's say, in Tom Brady for all these years. So, which Max Jones could throw the ball. Like he got good accuracy. So, I think for him he's in a good spot. But we'll see what happens, yo. Yeah, we'll see what's up with this Bryce Young guy. I know he's extremely talented, but He got to put it together. It's more than just talent. He got to process things. He got to make good decisions. A lot of those things got to come into effect. Let's see. What's up, Samad 709? Appreciate you tuning in. Let's see. The disrespect on Big Ben needs to stop. He's not washed up. He literally had 33 TD, 10 interception ratio. People act like as if Steelers did bad last season, which is crap. Or the Chiefs, you're guaranteed locked to make the playoffs. As far as Big Ben, I'm not one of those who said he was washed. By the way, I honestly, I feel I'm so curious to know, which we'll never know, obviously, but I'm so curious to know, like, when it was 4th and 1, if Mike Tomlin would have went for that instead of punting that football, how that game and Pittsburgh would obviously convert that 4th and 1, how that game would have played out. Because look, Big Ben got hot. Like, Big Ben is one of those quarterbacks that, when he get hot, he could throw with the best of them, yo. And in that play, yeah, it started off extremely ugly. Like, I mean, extremely ugly. But he got, like, they went on a run. They was coming back, yo. They was definitely coming back. And, he was making some throws out there. So I don't think he was. I think the problem with Pittsburgh is, which they got Najee Harris now, so we'll see, is, they didn't have a running game at all. Like, they didn't have a lick of a running game. So now with Najee Harris out there that could at least present play action. Now I know their offensive line lost some pieces too, but to at least have Najee Harris out there to make teams respect the play action game, and you got receivers like Chase Claypool and James Washington and Deontay what's his name, man? Number 18, I forgot his last name, but no, I think number 18 is that. Juju, though, he really, really ain't been the same player since Antonio Brown left. I think Big Ben still could get it done, me personally. And as far as the Chiefs to be a lock to make the playoffs, barring injury, yeah. Like, the thing is, as we see in these NBA playoffs, people get hurt. Like, key players get injured. So I try to say everything with barring injury, like, meaning assuming nobody gets hurt. Then yeah, I would definitely say that Kansas City is a lock to make the playoffs out the West. Though that division getting a little better. Like, let's say Denver gets Aaron Rodgers. Denver got a nice little young roster. Their quarterback, Drew Lock, is holding them back significantly. So if they get Aaron Rodgers, and the Chargers gonna be pretty good with Justin Herbert, and you know what? I won't even I'll take that back. I won't even say that Kansas City is a lock for me. A team that I'm gonna say is a lock to make the playoffs. We just talked. Don't mean that I think they're the best team, but I just think they got the easiest division in my opinion. I'm gonna go with the Tennessee Titans. I think they're the lock of the AFC, assuming nobody gets hurt. Because really, the only other team in that division really that's going to contend with them right now, is the Indianapolis Colts. When you look at Kansas City, the Chargers are going to be good, at least on paper. The Raiders, for some reason, always give them trouble. Like, and the Raiders are getting better, obviously. And Denver got talent. If they get Aaron Rodgers, they really a threat. And then you look in the north with Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Baltimore, Cincinnati with Burrow. Now he got Chase. They're gonna be, a problem to be reckoned with. And in the AFC East, I mean, you got the Buffalo Bills. Obviously, the Patriots should be right back in the mix. The Miami Dolphins had a good season last year. The Jets got a new young quarterback that they're excited about. So I'm going to say the Tennessee Titans are my lock to make the playoffs in the AFC. I take that back from the Chiefs. Don't mean that they're better than the Chiefs, but I just think they got a much easier path. What's up, Karu girl, my friend? Appreciate you tuning in, yo. Hey, Mr. Dugai, late to the live, just checking in. Hey, I greatly, greatly appreciate you checking in as always. Thanks so much for the support of the channel, yo. Why do you think the Saints don't get that many LSU players? I had this conversation, with somebody a while back, and for me, you know, and it's not to be critical of the Saints, but it's just to explain like my whole take on why people be mad at me when they be like, well, how you could be, you're a Louisiana native, how you could be such a adamant LSU fan, but you really don't really rock with the Saints like that. And like I tell people this, LSU is a institution that's based in the state of Louisiana that prides itself off of having Louisiana kids in recruiting. Like LSU, the majority of their roster are going to be, guys from Louisiana. They pride themselves on that. They want the best of the best from the state. And we enjoy watching that. Whereas the Saints are an NFL organization that's just happened to be placed in New Orleans. They for the city, obviously, in the community and all that, but they don't have to prioritize on getting Louisiana kids. They're not probably what hardly nobody from that roster is from Louisiana. So, their NFL organization, they don't feel like they have to have those guys. And I don't knock them for that, but that's why, to me, LSU is more Louisiana than the Saints, in my opinion, because it's most majority of the team is Louisiana players, and they pride themselves on having, Louisiana players. As far as the Saints, they just happen to be in the state, but they don't have no allegiance to these players, from Louisiana. So I think that's what it is. They don't really have allegiance to them, and that's why they go with more Ohio State people, Alabama people, whatever. So yeah, that's what I'll tell Saints fans. Like, look, they're not gonna take Louisiana players. I mean, look, the Eagles got what? The Eagles drafted Jacoby Stevens from LSU. The Eagles drafted Patrick Johnson from Tulane. And the Eagles drafted Milton Williams from Louisiana Tech. The Eagles drafted 3 Louisiana players. Not to mention, we already got Duke Riley, that was on the roster. The last few years we had Jalen Mills. Well, he's not from Louisiana, but he played at LSU. Had Jalen Mills, Dougie P first year. We had Ruben Randall for a little while. We had Benny Logan, so that's just how it is. They're not going to prioritize getting Louisiana players because they're just a franchise based in Louisiana, whereas LSU is all Louisiana. Saban gonna die on the sidelines before he even think about retiring. Unfortunately, I'm ready for him to go. Like, I'm ready for him to go, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Big Ben is pumped. Man, hey, everybody entitled to their opinion, yo. I think he still got a little left in the tank, me personally, but I hear you. What's up, vegan hippie? Appreciate you tuning in. Ben wasn't washed. He had no run game, and the Steelers ran all smoke and bubble screens all the game, and their interior line couldn't get off the ball. Yeah, I'm with you. I feel the same way. Like, he didn't have a lick of a running game. I mean, at all, at all, at all. What shocks me is that the media says that Cowboys are in great shape to take the division and that Dak will do so well. But why was it that when Wentz was with us, we had no chance? Crazy. I mean, the Cowboys are the media's darling. Because look, one thing we can't deny, every year, the Cowboys have talent. I don't deny that. I mean, you look at them every year, they have talent all over the place. But they always cowboy when the season starts. And when they cowboy, mean they're going to fall off that horse. Like, they're going to fall off that horse at some point during the season. And that's just what they do. It don't matter who they got over there, how talented that roster is. They're going to cowboy, yo. And whenever that happens, They act like they all surprised and shocked. And I'm like, I mean, y'all acting like y'all ain't never seen this the last 20 something years. Since 95, the last time not only they won the Super Bowl, the last time not only they won the Super Bowl, not only the last time they got to a Super Bowl, that's the last time they even got to the NFC Championship game. So they're gonna cowboy, yo. But let the media ride. Me personally, though it is annoying, I get it, but let the media ride all over them and be all Dallas this and that, Dak this and Zeke this and that. Let them have their little joy and we'll laugh later. I like LSU D line. We need to start sacking the QBs, bro. Yeah, we do. We didn't really get much of a pass rush at all last season. I do like what they did, especially in the spring game. Which the spring games are kind of funny because it's like on one end, you like with one side, like if the defense make a great play, yeah, you like that the defense made a great play, but then it's like, yo, what's up with the offensive line? Or why the quarterback didn't make a better throw? Or why the receivers, didn't play better on the route or whatever. So that's what make this thing so crazy, like particularly with the spring games and stuff like that. But I do like LSU D line. I do think they got nice depth. I do think they'll be much better this season. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm looking forward to seeing what they could do, and definitely they got to go get the quarterbacks, this season. Something that they've struggled to do. Last season, even the year we won the championship, we didn't get a whole lot of quarterback sacks like that. So that's something I definitely do want to see us to be a lot more, productive in. Would you rather have McNabb as your QB or Vic under Andy Reid his whole career? I go McNabb, man. Look, Vic was nice, obviously. Like Vic was nice, but give me McNabb, man. McNabb was, I know he came up short in the big games, but I mean, McNabb was good, man. McNabb was to me was more accurate. You know, yeah, I know Vic was a better runner, and Vic was more box office, but give me Donovan McNabb though over Vic with them both being coached by Andy Reid. I'm assuming when they at their best. Come on, man, let him stay. Well, nah, man, Nick need to go, yo. Nick need to go. I'm tired of Nick. Nick need to go. Like I'm just gonna put it out there. Nick need to go, man. It's time. It's time, yo. Give somebody else a chance to finally do something. Let's see. I think that's it. Wait, hold on. Let's see. McNabb also carried garbage receivers. Yeah, like I mean, think about it. When you watch that, look at the 03-04 NFC Championship game, for example. He's out there throwing to Todd Pinkston, James Thrash, what's his face, Billy McMullen or whatever. The only decent weapon he kind of had was Chad Lewis at tight end. And Westbrook coming out the backfield. Like that really was it. When he got To for that little year, I mean, they was look, man. I love the Super Bowl team. I love the Super Bowl team dearly. It's always going to have a special place in my heart. But for me, I still say the '04 Eagles team was my favorite Eagles team. Like of me being a fan. Like that team was still, more of a favorable team for me than, the 2017 Super Bowl winning team. Because 2017, I feel like we did our thing. We maximized everything that we had to do to get it done. And I'm proud. I cried and everything. I'm glad we got it done. But look, that '04 team, man, when you talk about watching Donovan McNabb throw the football to Terrell Owens was a whole lot of fun. Like, that's why I'm so curious to see this Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, connection, especially considering that they even played together already in college. So that Donovan McNabb throwing the To was fun. Nobody could have guarded To that season. Then you had Brian Westbrook coming out the backfield running and catching passes. You had Chad Lewis and LJ Smith two tight end. Chad Lewis was a little older, longer in the tooth, but then you had a younger, athletic L.J. Schmidt, catching passes. Really good offensive line. John Runyon, Trey Thomas. Just a really, really, on the bookends at tackles. On defense. I mean, look at the defense. You had Javon Curse came over from Tennessee. You had Corey Simon. You had linebacker Jeremiah Trotter. You had Lito Shepard and Sheldon Brown in the secondary. You had B. Dawk. Like, you had Hall of Famer Brian Dawkins back there in the secondary. That team, you had the late, great Jim Johnson as defensive coordinator, dialing up these exotic and real fun blitzes out there. So to me, that team was the funnest team. And when McNabb finally had a real weapon, you seen how much of an impact, he made on the league. Todd Pinkston and James Thrash. Yeah, exactly. Freddie Mitchell, the people's champ. Like he didn't have nobody to throw to, yo. It's crazy when you think about it, man. And I'm glad we went out there and got Devontae Smith, yo. Give Jalen Hurts people to throw the ball to, yo. When we gave Wentz weapons, when we went get, Alshon Jeffrey, who was the hottest wide receiver on the market that offseason, and we went get a Torrey Smith. And, in the middle of the season, we traded for a Jay Ajayi. We signed a LeGarrette Blount right before the season started. You see what happened? We won a Super Bowl. So it's like, get Jalen Hurts some weapons. Excuse me. Get Jalen Hurts some weapons, and, we'll see what happens. Nick need to stay. Nah, man, he need to go, man. He definitely need to go. But but yeah, yo. So for me personally, I go McNabb. Look, I love what Vic did. When he came to us, it brought a jolt of energy back into. Because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was not a Kevin Kolb guy. Like, I was not sold on him like that. When we traded McNabb over, to Washington. And, Kevin Kolb basically was handing the reins of the franchise. I wasn't one of those guys that was like, oh, yeah, I'm ready. Now, granted, by him being my quarterback, I wanted to see him do well. But, I was not a Kevin Kolb guy. So when he went down against Green Bay that first game, and then, Vic went out there and did his thing and took the job and basically ran with the job, and it turned Kevin Kolb into Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. I was extremely ecstatic with that, yo. I really was. McNabb is and forever be better than Vic. That's what I'm saying. Look, Donovan McNabb, and for me personally, I may sound a little biased. I'm trying not to be, but Donovan McNabb is the reason that I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. For those who didn't know, like, he is the main reason that I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. Y'all traded us McNabb and he was washed up for us. Yeah, exactly. Like, people are like, why would you trade a quarterback to the division? And I'm like, oh, okay, that's why. But all right, y'all, man, I gotta go. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Another fun live Q&A. Thank everybody for tuning in with your boy, yo. I greatly appreciate it. I'm still working on the kinks for the call-in show Thursday, yo. And if I'm still trying to I still ain't really figured it out yet. But if I don't, I'll just say the number every 5-10 minutes or whatever for y'all to call. But if not, if we don't get many calls like that because of whatever going on, we'll just kick it like a live Q&A Thursday. I'll still chop it up with everybody. But appreciate y'all checking me out tonight. See y'all for the call-in show / possible live Q&A Thursday. Until then, y'all have a good one, yo. Peace out.